Hello guys, and in today's YouTube video we're going to be going over something that I think a lot of people currently at this point in time probably want to know about, and that is my Omnioculus build. I used this a lot last week in the second week of Trials of Osiris for Season of the Haunted, and I had a lot of requests obviously for people asking what are your fragments, what's your build, how do you get 2 smoke bombs, why are you using Lord of Wolves, lots of questions like that. What mods do you have on your armor? So this video is going to kind of alleviate some of those, or like answer some of those questions, and hopefully teach you all how to use this disgustingly overpowered build that needs to be nerfed into the ground very desperately. And hopefully by all of us running this build, we can collectively get Bungie to realize that it needs to be nerfed. That is my goal, is to spread it like a virus. Maybe a virus isn't the most pleasant word to use for it, but I want people to know and like have the information to use this build and then go out and use it. And at some point it will just become so overwhelming that they'll have to do something about it. And until then, it's going to be the meta, and I really don't want this to be the meta. I don't find it fun at all. I do not enjoy using it. I use it quite simply for the reason that it is the meta. And when I'm doing carries and I'm trying to use weapons that I enjoy and I match a team using this stuff, there is literally no way that I can win. It doesn't matter how good you are. You can be Panda, you could be Boy, you could be the best player in the game. It doesn't matter. This meta, it does not matter what your skill level is. It matters more, I would say, at the top level, what you're using for sure. Like, you can be a really good team using like scrim loadouts. If you match a really good team using like all-out warfare, trench warfare loadouts like Omnioculus, Bubble Titan, Lord of Wolves, and like Lorentz, you're going to get just absolutely just packed up. They will be smoking you that entire game. So without further ado, let's get into the meat of the video. That was more of the intro. Let's get into the meat of the video, which is like, the build. So we'll start off with my abilities and fragments and aspects and the super that I use. So the super that I use to start is Deadfall. It is a tier 5 super, so that means that it is the highest cooldown. I believe it's tier 5 at least, which means that it is the highest cooldown amongst all of the supers in the game, which makes it competitively viable, especially in the zone control weekends, because you're going to find that if you are anything but a tier 5 super, it is pretty difficult to get your super, no matter how well you're slaying out or anything like that. It's going to be a tough time. So, and then for my dodge, I use the Gambler's Dodge, and that is to give me more smoke bombs back, because I find that having smoke bombs with this build is good, because, you just want to be chaining that invis, chaining that the damage resist as much as possible. And that's one thing that differs from my build, you'll notice, than a lot of other Omnioculus Hunter builds, is a lot of people will want to run 90 Resil. Like, I get that question a lot. Why don't you run 90 Resil? Why don't you run 100 Resil? I don't think it's necessary. I don't need it personally. I play other 90 Resil hunters that are using Omni, and I don't struggle at all because I just shoot them first, like, I don't know, I don't feel like it's necessary, and my build is definitely it is a alternative path. It is, you can kind of mess around with it to some degree, but you definitely need to have 100 strength. That is like a guaranteed need to have, in my opinion. And you don't really need 90 Resil. It's kind of overrated in my opinion, but that's just me. And then I have Strafe Jump, because I feel like this is the best jump, especially if you don't have Stompies, which you don't if you're using Omnioculus. And then Snare Bomb, because it's the only melee you have. And then I like Void Walls personally, because I love the damage output of Void Walls, and their cooldown is very middle of the road. I think the only other grenade that has a lower cooldown than it is literally Spike Grenade. Yeah, so very middle of the road cooldown, not too long, not too short, very, very good damage if you know how to use it properly. So next up is the aspect. I use Trapper's Ambush, which is quick fall. Basically, it gives you quick fall and allows you to make your teammates invis with smoke bombs. Now, there's a little nuance with this. So if you have Trapper's Ambush and you throw a smoke bomb down on the ground, the duration of that smoke bomb will be shorter than if you quick fall. So I have Echo of Persistence, which increases the effects of invisibility. So instead of 5 seconds, which is what it would normally be in my Spectral build, for example, it is, when I dodge or throw a smoke bomb on the ground, it is 7 seconds. But then if I quick fall, it is going to be 10 seconds. And one thing that you can do is at the start of a game, there's going to be some gameplay footage of it that will probably come up, because I did it a lot this weekend. You quick fall, you get that 10-second cooldown, And then you can use your dodge, which initially would be a 7-second cooldown if you were to use it by itself. But like if you use invis, you use that 10-second cooldown, and then you use invis again before that cooldown ends, it will regenerate that 10-second cooldown instead of the 7-second, if that makes any sense. That's probably a really rough way of explaining it, but that's what happens. So like you use the 10-second cooldown, and just before, when it's at 1 second or about to hit 1 second, dodge, it will extend the duration back to 10 seconds, which allows you to really move around the map and be invis and kind of catch your enemies off guard. And then obviously I have vanishing step, make me invis when I dodge. And then for my fragments, once again, echo of persistence, which extends the duration of my invis, or me, or just my invis in general, which means for me and my teammates. And then echo of dilation for the 10 intellect and 10 mobility. And then echo of expulsion, so my grenades kind of have more, they kind of have more lethality. So like if I kill someone with my grenade, it'll make them explode, which, you know, kind of adds more damage to my nade. And then also my smoke bomb as well, or my tether. If they're tethered and I kill them, they'll explode. So now we'll get into the weaponry of my build. So I have an Isoluna that I primarily use. So I'll show you on dim. This is the weapon that I primarily am going to use. Is my Isoluna has 69 range, 59 without the masterwork, but 69 range, which is basically max range on an Isoluna. 77 stability, which is very good stability. Pretty decent handling at 52. Has a 96 recoil direction, and then a 90 aim assist with the targeting adjuster. And then obviously I have, you know, rangefinder on top of the 69 range, and then moving target. And what moving target does is increases your movement speed while aim down sights and your aim assist. So it gives you 10 aim assist, which puts me at 100 aim assist, which I find is very useful. And then back into the game, and then I have Lord of Wolves, and with Lord of Wolves in combination with it, I have a couple of mods working to, you know, benefit this weapon. So I have shotgun targeting, I have shotgun dexterity, shotgun unflinching, and quick charge. So what all these do, shotgun targeting increases the ADS speed of the weapon and the aim assist value of the weapon by 10, and the aim assist is already at 90, and it increases the aim assist ADS speed once again. And then we have shotgun dexterity, which increases the fast, ready, and stow speed for this weapon. And this is something that isn't going to be future proof, because I do not believe shotgun dexterity is what, let's see here, I don't think shotgun dexterity is like 3 points. I believe it's like 4 or something. It might be 3 points, I can't remember normally. And then we have shotgun unflinching just to help with flinch, even though I don't really think flinch is an issue too much. And I just kind of have it there because, you know, I couldn't really have anything else, honestly. Might as well have it. And then we have quick charge, which gives me 25 extra handling on top of the 50 handling already that is on Lord of Wolves. And when I get double kills with Lord of Wolves, I get charged with light with high energy fire, quick charge. So that's, you know, pretty much the synergy of, you know, the build, I guess, and the weapons I'm using. And as well, in the other slots, I have things like No Time to Explain. I have the Perseus D, Ultimac, Messenger. These are all things that I can hot swap to if I feel like I need to. And then in my energy slot, I have things like the Palindrome. Normally, I would have a Wither Horde on. I'm going to swap that over really quick. Normally, I have Wither Horde on, especially for zone control trials, so that I can swap to like my Wither Horde and, you know, my Pally or my Shira's Wrath. I'm playing a Bubble Titan team. So I have some variety in terms of weapons that I can swap to in my arsenal here, which in my opinion is always something good to have. I would always take advantage of that. And then in my heavy slot, I have a Code Duello, very, very good legendary rocket. I don't think it's obtainable anymore. Extremely good. And I have a memory interdict. This is my god roll personally. I enjoy quick draw because I kind of use the GL like a I don't know, I use it as like a last line defense. Like if someone's aping me with a shotgun around a corner, like coming around a corner, I just pull out the GL really quick and GL them. And then I have a commemoration. It says extended barrel, extended mag, dynamic sway and rampage with a range masterwork, really good roll on that. And then my E-Red sword, and then Galley or Black Talon, you know, and then Raptor Cannon. All of these things are things that I could potentially hot swap to, and that I intend to if I find the situation to kind of warrant it to be hot swapped to. So I'll go through my armor really quick, like specifically because I talked about how, you know, my armor mods had synergy with my weapons, but I'll just go over my armor really quick. So on my helmet, I have a strength mod, shotgun targeting, and a quick charge. Taking charge, rather. I do have quick charge, that's on my boots. But I have taking charge just so when I pick up orbs of light, I become charged with light. And then on my gauntlets, I have a mobility mod, fastball, because I like fastball, shotgun dexterity to give me quicker stow and ready speed on my Lord of Wolves. And then my chest piece, I have a strength mod, unflinching mod, powerful friends mod. And then my boots, I have a mobility mod, invigoration, and I probably put 2 invigorations, why not? I have 2 invigorations and then a quick charge to give me more handling on my Lord of Wolves, because that is the primary weapon of this build. You're essentially going to be going invis, closing the gap like so in the gameplay, and you know, you're closing the gap and then, you know, Lord of Wolvesing them, and then occasionally pulling out your primary. And then I have utility kickstart to lower the cooldown of my dodge by an extra 2 seconds, which I think makes it down to 15 if I recall. And then high energy fire to give me a damage increase, which can always be nice, especially in trials where there is light level enabled, and you will definitely notice it at times. So with that, we'll make that the video. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, if you enjoyed and you want more content, please make sure to go check me out at twitch.tv/Diffizzle, Diffizzle. And if you're interested in my Twitter as well, my Twitter is @Diffizzle, @TOODIFFIZZLE. And I post on there every day. I do have an Instagram and a TikTok as well, but you know, I don't really post on those. So if you are interested in more content, please make sure to go check out those out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.